What is going on, everybody? You know what? It's dark in this black background. As congratulations comes up, let's remember that Group 2 is shipping very, very, very soon. Let's get a light on in here. It's really dark. Let's get a light on in here. Ooh, hold up. Wait, it's over here. I got my trusty little Comet lantern right here. It's giving me some warmth. It's making me cozy. And it lets me see some things. How is the audio, my friends? The first thing I want to check as we begin each show. Everybody, thank you for being here. It looks like Audible Odd has come back from the grave. We have Mara. Good to see you again, Mara. Crab is here. Apparently the triple tritone is here. The triple tri. Narthex, what's going on? Pajama Torture, my hilarious, wonderful mod. Axel, what's going on? The lamp is very small. Complaining? Just look at the power that this lamp has. We need no complaining about this lamp. This is all that I need to stay alive in the dark, dark black void. Is the music too loud? Let me know if it is. It feels loud to me, but I don't even know how to mix anything correctly. Thank you for being here, everybody. I'm so excited. Yeah, that's what I thought. Thank you, Pajama. I'm going to bring the audio down just a wee bit. Whoa, that was too much. We don't want to mute it. There we go. How's that? That might be good. So, this is the fourth episode, the fourth show of Tiny Yellow Machine. So I'd like to thank everyone for being here. I'm having so much fun producing this. It's a lot of work to make all these sprites and layouts, believe it or not, but I really, really enjoy it. So I'm going to keep doing my best. Today, I am so excited. so excited that Gov Bubs texted me yesterday. We had always talked about having him on the show to show off his game Comet. And we sort of left it at, let me know when you're ready. Or at least that's how we thought we left it off. But as I came to him yesterday, as he noticed I didn't have any guests scheduled, he texted me. It just happened to work out. I'm so glad he's ready to show off some of this game. He's been in the dev forum for quite some time, ever since I've joined the dev forum. I believe this is what makes this very special. Not only is he extremely intelligent and a nice guy, this is his very first video game, to my knowledge. He might correct me. But that makes this so excited. That's what the Playdate is all. That's like half of what the Playdate is all about to me. Anybody can make their game for the Playdate. Anybody. There are two tools. You can go through the writer wins. What's going on? Welcome. There are two ways you can make a game. You can use the SDK if you are, talented in Lua or C or other programming languages. The classic way to make a video game. Or you can use the browser developer tool called Pulp. So anybody can just log in using a web browser and they have a bunch of tools accessible to them. So Randy, what's going on, Randy? It's Randy's very first chat. I'm so excited. Ryder, welcome. Divadus, welcome. I've heard this Donald guy is pretty legit. You know what? Let's bring this Donald guy in. You know what? It's enough of me talking, and it's a little lonely in this dark void, so I think we should bring Donald in. Enough of me chatting. His name is Donald Fraser, or Fraser. I'll let him pronounce his own name. I just call him Gov or Bubs. Let's bring in Gov Bubs. I'm gonna unmute him. He's got a smile on his face, and I do too. This is great. All right, where is my mute button? There it is. You're unmuted, Bubs. Give me a hello.
Hello.
All right.
Hi, guys.
Are you ready to light the lantern?
Yeah. Let's turn some lights on here.
Let's turn some lights on in here.
Come out of the woods.
Oh no, He's got a mute button over him. Spoiled. Ta-da!
Oh, there we are.
We
Hey,
made it.
how's it going?
We're here. This is Bubs, everybody. He's a swell gentleman. Pajama says, I can drop the music a smidge more. I would love to. It's such nice music, but I'll drop it.
It's so nice that this worked out that we could just hang.
Yeah. This is great. Thank you for that, Pajama. So, do you want to just give yourself a quick introduction before I just start plaguing you? Yes, let's hold our lanterns. Let's do this the entire time. Also, I realize, everybody, that this can get annoying, the insane amount of animation going on right now. So I do have this option available, which might just be
Yeah, it's a bit more comfortable, isn't it?
a little more.
That's when you put the lamps down. So in Comet, if you put the lamp down, the light stays frozen. So yeah,
Yes.
we just kind of.
Well, let's start
here for
with
a bit
this.
and
Why do we even have lamps right now? What's going on? Let's introduce yourself and then tell us quickly about Comet, and then we'll dive into screen share mode and show some people what's going on.
Yeah, totally. So my name is Donald Fraser. That's where the Bubs comes from, and Gov Bubs. And yes, I have been a part of the Playdate community for a little bit. In the past, maybe I'll get into maybe a little more in depth later. But yeah, kind of been interested in games, followed indie games for a long time, love the industry.
Have you ever made a game before, ever?
Yeah, so this is kind of the first game that I've really made, in earnest. So when I was younger, when I was in what you would call middle school, I played around with RPG Maker 2000 on my Windows XP computer for a very long time.
RPG Maker 2000?
Yeah.
Sounds very futuristic. Yeah. Even today, still. It sounds futuristic. I love it.
Yeah.
All right.
And so in RPG Maker, I think it was like one game that I spent a lot of time trying to make. Tried to do some scripting, that sort of stuff. And I would have friends that were able to do like amazing stuff in RPG Maker where, they knew about variables and conditions and all this other stuff. And so they were able to make
smart kid stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, like poking machines within text boxes and stuff like that. That was very basic, but I spent a lot of effort on it. But yeah, ultimately I just kind of played around with stuff. And so I found online that there was a Scooby-Doo, sprite set that somebody made.
Heck yeah.
So
that's a goal.
On the side of making my real game, I just made like
Final Fantasy Scooby-Doo version, basically.
Well, I didn't really care about the RPG mechanics. It's just a tool that I could use to make games and have characters and sprites walk around and that sort of stuff. And so, I made a game where the airship was the mystery machine. There was like two islands, and there was like one boss, and you just had 99 health and power, and it was just a case of just futzing around with stuff. So yeah, I made RPG Maker games in middle school.
It's awesome.
And then in high school, I tried to make games in Game Maker.
Yep.
But physics, collisions, it's hard. I didn't get very far.
Can you give me, quickly in 2 sentences what Game Maker is? How intense is Game Maker? From somebody that I've never dabbled with Game Maker. I've heard of it.
So if we kind of look on the spectrum of accessibility, do I show up here? So like on this end, we might have RPG Maker, or let's do it backwards, RPG Maker over here. And then Game Maker is kind of just a few more steps in. And I would say Pulp is maybe behind Game Maker.
Okay,
somewhere in between those two. And then obviously you've got full SDKs and, you're just building everything, the foundations into yourself. So in Game Maker, you've, there's some visual sort of stuff where you can pull in, on collision do this, on this do that, that sort of stuff. But it doesn't assume any sort of particular game. So you're obviously building all the constraints in.
Right.
And then you can kind of get into scripting, which, Game Maker is still pretty popular today. It's growing a lot, and there's some really impressive stuff people have made. A lot of Vlambeer games were made in Game Maker.
Nice. So give us real quick, tell us why we have lanterns right now.
Yeah, so we have lanterns because I am working on a game called Comet.
Yes. Should we switch? Let's you know what? Let's switch to our new mode. Let's make this.
Should I share?
No, don't share yet. I'm gonna share.
Oh, good. Yes, good.
All right, let's do this. Boom. And oh wait, hold on.
No.
I also need to turn on pixel perfect scaling. How dare I treat your pixels like that? That is just Not very nice of me to do such a thing. All right. And
Look at the
scale
lantern.
filtering. Bot. Ooh, yeah, look at those pixels just snap in like that. All right,
Oh,
so
that's
Bubs has been very gracious to give me basically just the very first level, so I can literally just walk and activate his music, which brings joy to me. So I'm going to do that now.
Yeah, let's put Triple's music on.
Yeah. By the way, we had Casual Birder on last episode. Is there a bird name for that bird on the dock there? That cute little bird?
The one bit bobbing tweeter.
Ooh, the one bit bobbing tweeter. I like it. Oh, I love it. I took my first step. So Gov told me that there's a hitbox that when the bird flies away, the music begins. Let's do this. Ooh, yeah. Yes.
There we go.
So one cool thing about Pulp is you can actually make your own music in the browser, in the actual tool set that they give you. So this is evidence of Gov also, I guess, taking a stab at music for the first time too, which sounds
No.
Oh no.
So this is
okay.
I get no credit. So the amazing Triple, who I understand is in the chat. This is
oh my gosh, that's the Triple. All right.
So
now the name makes sense.
Yeah. So I'd started building this, playing with different rooms, and just after I had gotten, I think even before that, around the time when the music channel was first joined the Discord.
Okay.
Triple was around. He was doing stuff, and he just said, "Hey, if anyone," he said, "if anyone wants any music, just let me know." And so I kind of squirreled that away. And then as I started to have a bit more of this fishing village built out, I reached out, and within an hour, we had finished having a phone call. I'd sent him some inspirational sort of vibe music that I was going for, and he had made this in about, 4 other tracks.
Whoa.
And then we were able to iterate. He's just amazing. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Diva Dust says, "Oh, bobbing tweeters are real sweethearts." I love it.
So, Diva Dust, he's a friend of mine.
Okay.
And he is a birder.
Oh, so, no way. That's great.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool.
Great birding community here in Playdate World. Great birding community. All right, cool. So now people understand why we have lanterns. Well, actually, they don't. What is one of the core concepts of your game, Bubs?
Yeah, I think... Why don't you walk to the next screen? Right. Let's see if this works.
I will gladly walk to the next screen.
I can't remember. So I've given you an older build, because most of what I'm going to talk about today with Comet will just be talking about some of the new art that's in here and some of the process of changing some of the stuff.
Mara,
okay, never mind.
Mara says
I thought I might have given you a build where...
Oh, no. Okay.
This was a dark screen. Let's go back to the ambience of the water.
Let's do it. We don't want to spoil too much.
So in Comet, I don't know. When I first heard about Pulp, maybe, let's have a little bit of a history lesson. I was like, I haven't made games in a long time, and I'm just going to make something. It'll be crap, and I'll just put it out on the internet. No one was going to see it. It'll be fine. It's just an experience. So I thought, okay, maybe I'll build my office. Maybe I'll build my house in my street. I had very low aspirations for what I was going to do. But then once I kind of had told myself I was going to make a game, it was just in the back of my head, and then I just went along with my life, and I saw the creator of A Short Hike. He had made a jam game where he had this light mechanic where there's a ring of light, which Zelda and heaps of other games have done.
Well, you know what? Why don't we pull that up? Because that was one of the very first things I saw that you posted on the dev forum. So
yeah, totally. But that's kind of where I'm recounting some of this stuff.
I'm going to pull up Firefox. Or do you want to share, or do you? How would you like to do this?
Oh yeah, I can do it. Yeah, okay, I'll do that.
All right, cool. Let's switch over to that mode. Bubs is gone. No. The lantern burned him up.
Okay.
Oh man, this first screen, I could just live on this first screen forever. Can I do anything else on this first screen at the moment? Probably not. Oh, gosh! What What did I do? I broke the game.
Quick. Switch
Did
it out.
Did I fall in the water? Oh, there we go. Wait, is this what you wanted to see?
Yeah, there we go. So if you crank a little bit.
Oh yeah, let me crank. All right, guys.
Crank it.
Imagine I'm cranking, okay? I'm cranking. Oh wait, hold on. Here we go. Oh, there we go. Look at that. That is so cool. So now I'm cranking backwards, which you would probably never do. You would never take off the light on purpose. But look at that. Oh, maybe you will. Maybe that's a part of the mechanic. So imagine you have a Playdate. That's not going to really work with my... And you start cranking. And when you crank, the light comes on. And now Bubs is going to show us kind of where this concept came from. By the way, hi Rambeard. Welcome. And Mara said, my claim to fame is getting triple into pulp. LOL. And,
I don't think my face is on stream, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'm getting there. Sorry, I got distracted by the chat. There's your face, and here is now your screen.
Oh, there you go. Great.
Let me read what Rambeard said. Playdate is going to harbor some of my favorite games. I can feel it in my bones. Comet already has an awesome atmosphere just from this one screen. Exactly, Rambeard. I'm with you. Pajama says she loves a short hike. Rambeard says he needs to play a short hike.
Yeah.
He got it not too long ago. It is fantastic. I played a little bit of it. All right. So
I saw this.
Yes.
And
this is...
I thought...
Sorry, again, what is this game?
So this is a Game Jam game made by the creator of A Short Hike, whose name I'm not going to attempt. I think his name's Adam.
It's all good.
Called Spooky House. Yeah, and you just walk around. It's a little thing. There's some combat. But what I liked here is that when you're... Instead of actually just being completely in the black outside of the ring, you just kind of got to see less detail for the different objects. So, you see the rock and the trees have just kind of two tones of shading as opposed to all of the details. And I was like, maybe I could do that in my pop game.
Yeah.
And then it kind of solved a couple of things that were in my head, which is that I wanted to make a game. Eventually, I just kind of started to get aspirational. I wanted to make a game that looks good. And I needed a reason for the crank. And I was like, okay, maybe you could control the level of the light with the crank. So that's kind of the origins of
Genius.
Comet.
I love it. And
so my wife and I sat down to kind of brainstorm some ideas what the story would be. Who is the player? Why what are they doing? And so that led us to ultimately where Comet is today. And so if you go back to the simulator.
Yes, I will. I will do that. Going back to the simulator. Boom.
All of the art that is in... Can you refresh in the simulator?
Just reload it? Can. Let's do a reset.
Oh, there we go. Walk towards the bobbing tweeter. And then... But yeah, all of this art was stuff that I created. So in the past when I've made games, I think I have ideas for design and mechanics and, bringing all that stuff together. But I'm not a great artist. So, this was me adapting, tweaking resources I found online. That the lighthouse was something that I kind of wanted to have, but then, I got lots of help from the Playdate community to make it look really awesome. And so lots of this was kind of a little bit of my time and some group effort stuff.
Yeah, tell me about... That's what I really love also about your game, is that everybody's sort of chipping in too in certain aspects,
Yes.
I'll want you... By the way, Randy Sandals gave you a Song of the Night. That is see that little emote right there? SOTN? That is a badge of honor. Wear that proudly. They like the music. Tell me a little bit about how the community started getting involved. I love that. I love that people just started helping with the... How's it even work?
Yeah, so... I mean... Maybe after this I'll talk about some of my history in games, but as I look at it and I think about it, I've always had this theme of bringing people together and just kind of getting involved in community stuff. And so this is kind of no different. I was really excited about Pulp, and the Pulp channel was pretty cool on the Discord. We're very lucky to have Nevin there to kind of give advice. And so I went through a few different iterations on the lighting system. I had ones that looked really nice. but they didn't work at all within Pulp's constraints. And eventually, a guy who's been really amazing, really kind on Discord, his name's Drew Lowe.
Do you want to scroll through a little bit of that your post? It kind of shows off. So everybody that I have a lot of friends in here that are not as heavy into the dev community as I am. This is the dev forum. It's very, very active with people helping each other make games for the Playdate. And this is, everyone kind of has their master post for their game. And it's really fun to go through a lot of the game's posts. So this is Bubs' post, and you can literally watch him build his game from scratch, from the idea. And now this is his first test, and he kind of goes through talking about the issues he got. So I'll let you take it from here, Bubs.
Yeah, thank you. That's good. And I've gotten a bit slack as the game has started to look nicer. I've been holding off revealing stuff because it's been a little slower to work on things.
Yes.
But yes, this is the earliest concept of using, without getting technical stuff, using different options within Pulp to kind of create this ring of light.
Yeah.
But it ran like crap.
Yeah, it ran what, really? Did it your frames per second dropped or what?
Tiny frames per second. And so then I went to a different system, which is this one, which is just drawing black tiles on top of the screen in different configurations.
Right.
And so also not particularly performant. That's a lot of drawing. And so eventually Drew helped me with something. And so this is a cool lantern, my old lantern, not the new one that we have in the chat here.
Nice.
But eventually Drew helped me.
We got the hot new one next to us. Ooh, I love this.
Yeah, that's right.
Gonna be is that gonna be your title image, or a beginning of it?
This is gonna be thrown out ultimately because I'm working now with a guy named Steph, who is an amazing artist. Yeah. I'm going to show off a lot of his stuff a little later. But this is my attempt at trying to do some dithered sort of what a cutscene in the game might look like for the comet coming down.
This is where you decided that the game would be called Comet, right?
Yeah, it was about this time in February,
nice.
Where some of the ideas were coming together for the story. But then around that same time, Drew helped me design a system that was performant within Pulp for the lighting. And what's really great about this is it actually allowed me to recreate some of that original idea from Spooky House, which was having kind of the outlines and some images of what the world was going to look like outside of the darkness.
Yeah.
Just to kind of create something a bit more interesting.
Awesome.
So yeah,
I like that.
Really cool.
I actually didn't notice that till you told me. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Unfortunately, we don't have nice sort of circles around the lights, but we think we'll be able to achieve that a little later.
That's awesome. Yeah. One thing I do know about Pulp is you want the least amount of animation in your main sprites. Is that why you don't want anything in the hair to be bouncing or anything? I don't know.
It's not about...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. It's not about having less things bouncing. It's just, I don't know, the way some people talk about it is do less things less often.
Yes.
And so every single frame of the game, I was drawing black tiles or pixels on the screen to do extra things. And I do that right now, but I was just doing that everywhere.
Yeah.
And so it was just tanking things.
Yeah, I gotcha. Let's see chat real quick. Diva says, please add an Easter egg where the tweeter returns if you stay on the starting screen for more than a minute. Oh, that would be great. That reminds me of, I don't know how many of you are Sonic the Hedgehog fans, but there's an Easter egg where you get to Knuckles in Sonic 3 or 4, and he's really worn out. He falls on the ground and he's panting. If you wait for I don't know, 10 minutes, that sprite will finally stop, and he'll just get up and be like, all right, get out of here, go, get out. Anyway, that reminded me of that. And then Squirrel Boy's here, from RNG Party Games. What's up, Squirrel Boy?
Hey.
The outlines look phenomenal. Awesome.
Yeah.
What a pleasant town, Narthex says.
Yeah, so this is an older version of what the fishing village at the beginning looks like. There's some extra screens that are kind of inside and outside of this, but yeah.
So is this going to be your first time? So I see some text there. Is this going to be your first time writing? Are you going to be writing this? Are you going to get some help with writing? How do you feel about that aspect?
Yes. So originally, there was a hope and a dream that my wife and I could work on the writing together.
That's awesome.
She's an amazing writer, or at least an amazing reader. But she's not as pumped as I am about working on it. So that she helped a little bit, but yeah, I got mostly Steph and I will be working on that, and Steph's quite good at that sort of stuff.
Very cool.
I'm gonna stop showing this because I'm gonna show off. I'll share a different screen now.
Okay, cool. Go for it. Pajama Torture wants to move into your village. So do I.
That. Do you see?
Ooh, I see that. I see your dog. I want to see. I'm gonna show his face real quick. Hold on a second. Don't move. Oh no, the head went away again.
Oh no, what have I done?
We'll catch the dog later. All right, let me click on this watch stream button. Boom, nice. And boom. There we go.
Awesome.
I like this.
So,
I like that comment.
Yeah, if we keep going along with this stuff, I guess. So I made it art for the game. I did my best to make things awesome, and I showed people in the community.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I know the sprite for the main character is going to be on the screen the entire time. So I want the sprite to be 2 tiles tall.
Right.
And then as I was playing with stuff, I was like, actually, I could probably make the sprite go a little bit outside the bounds of those 2 tiles by using some tricks. So that's fun.
Right.
And I was like, let me pay. I was like, I'll pay an artist to work with and help me do this.
Okay.
And what's my next slide here? Yeah, cool. And so this is what they made based on some of the stuff.
Okay.
But it was tricky. It was very tricky working with this person. And I kind of, if people were following the forum, they would have seen that I was like hard out working on the game all the time. That's all I was thinking about. And then there was a period of time where I just kind of got a bit burnt out. I kind of got a bit discouraged working on this with an artist. I kind of felt like this was a bit of a block.
Yeah.
And so eventually that wasn't working out. And I posted on the... Oh, Nevin reached out and was like, hey...
Oh, nice.
When do you think Comet's going to be finished?
Can you tell... there's some people who don't know who Nevin is in the chat.
Yeah, Nevin...
Go ahead.
Yeah, Nevin works at Panic. He's like a designer. He designs like boxes and the website and just heaps of different... Whatever needs to be designed, I imagine he does it. And he was also really involved in the development of Pulp. And so he was quite active in the Pulp group within Discord.
Yeah.
And
let me just say that I think that's one cool thing about the Playdate is that the people that actually make the Playdate are involved in the community. I think that's amazing, which is just so cool that our community can be that, I guess, I don't know if it's that small that we can do things like that. Here's the question. Sorry to derail you, but do you think let's say Playdate blows up and, you know, as many people that own a Nintendo Switch owns a Playdate. Do you think we'll still be able to achieve that vibe do you think Panic would still be involved then? That's a tough question. I don't even know if there's...
I imagine as much. Yeah. Certainly not if you're talking about that level, no.
Yeah.
I mean, already as things start to ship, the Discord is getting bigger and bigger. It's harder and harder to keep up with it.
Yeah, that's true.
But maybe where I think it might go is after the season's done, after a lot of that hype kind of dies down, I hope that we can sustain the community.
Yeah.
And then I'd imagine they would be still involved.
Right.
I'd like to think.
One thing I also want to ask you before we move forward in your presentation, can you tell me a little bit about how you grew up with video games, what your favorites were, what your inspirations were? Because I love talking about Comet, but I want to know, you know, how you got to Comet even in your own head. So tell me kind of what your favorite games are, your game styles. You know, start with birth. What's the first thing? What's the first thing you ever? I don't know. No,
the year was 1989. That's good. I was kind of keen to talk about this because it's been interesting to reflect on it, knowing that you're going to ask me some questions. So, after high school, making game making games, that sort of stuff, I really got into just indie games. Right, I really loved Cave Story.
Cool.
It really kind of opened my eyes to awesome indie games.
Yep.
And I really got into OneUp.com, which had a series of really awesome podcasts. I'm
gonna show some of these while you talk. Don't mind me.
Yeah.
What is it called? I don't know this one.
Oh, OneUp. They're not around anymore. But it was a website called OneUp.com, and at that time,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so generally at that time, a lot of games media was very distant.
Yep.
Hotspot was doing some stuff with the Hotspot. I'll say GameSpot was doing some stuff with the Hotspot. But OneUp.com had a lot of personality-based podcasts and people sort of, putting themselves out there and really putting their names, characters into the reviews. And so, yeah, I was listening to that, watching the OneUp show. And so I got to see, when Fez was first came out, right? I was following the IGF and I was, whatever game was winning that year, I was really kind of, okay, let's check out what's happening in the indie space.
Yep.
And so, I was playing, heaps of stuff, I don't know if you ever played Tag, The Power of Paint. That was kind of like a student game before Portal was made, right? Before they got hired by Valve. So anyway, Cave Story, heaps of different stuff like that. And so that kind of journey of following indie games, stayed with me. I traveled to Canada, so right now I'm in New Zealand. But for a while I lived in Canada. And it just happens to be that Canada, or at least Winnipeg in Canada where I was, has a really awesome, at that time, indie game little group.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
And so they created something called the Winatron. You should bring this up.
The Winatron. All right.
Yeah.
Gladly.
The Winatron was this idea of that these group of people in Winnipeg had, where let's have an arcade machine that runs indie games. There was,
that's
so there was like an indie game meetup that was happening at the time, and
the Winatron 1000. Look at that.
Yeah. And so I went to Canada. I didn't actually connect that the Winatron was made in Winnipeg, the city, or at least the province that I was in. But when I got back to New Zealand, I really clicked. I was like, flippin' heck, I was in Canada and this was made. And so I don't know if you know Alec Haloka. He made an IGF winning game called Aquaria with Derek Yu.
Aquaria game. No, I don't know. Is it
so this was kind of an early kind of breakout indie game that kind of, I think it was an early game on
2007. Well. Is this it?
Yeah.
Oh, this is cool.
So he made that with Derek Yu, who made Spelunky. He later on went on to make Night in the Woods, and then most recently has passed away.
Oh, no.
Noel Berry, he has done heaps of cool indie game stuff, most recently Celeste.
Yep.
And then Kurt Gardner, he worked in the VFX industry and makes was making all these cool indie game trailers for these different Winatron games. And so there was just this cool this thing bubbling up within Winnipeg.
Yeah.
And so I decided I'm going to make a Winatron. And so I'll share my screen.
Oh my gosh. Hold on, while you do that, let me read. We have some good stuff in chat. Oh, Steph is here too. Welcome, Steph. Everybody, Steph is another developer on Comet. Let's switch over to this, and let me take off Firefox.
Oh, thanks, GothX.
Let me read some of the chat real quick.
Yes.
Diva, wait, let's see. Let's go back. What did I miss? Cave Story is the business. The Gov himself introduced me to that game. Nice. Squirrel Boy, Bloom developer. Cave Story is absolutely a formative game for me as well. That's awesome. Steph is here. Alec Halauka also made Night in the Woods. Yep. Welcome, Steph, by the way. Mara, Cave Story along with VVVVVV really introduced me to the idea of indie games. Wow. So this is the second show. We've only done 4 shows now where 2 Playdate developers have been really inspired by 6V or 5V, whatever, and I'm the idiot.
You've not heard about VVV before.
Yeah, I'm the loser. Yep, I'm sorry. I'm just like hardcore Sega Nintendo nerd that needs to play more indie games. I've played a lot, but I'm way behind, and here I am though, trying to make up for it. So forgive me.
VVV is a really good example of taking one gameplay mechanic.
Yep.
Which is this kind of gravity switching stuff, and then layering heaps of different elements on top of that and outside of that.
Right.
And so the player still, at least from memory, only really controls the game using one button, like alternating the gravity, but you move around to the directionals. But yeah, it does a lot with the little.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think that was Kami Box, right? I think that was Philip Stallmeyer that was talking about that. All right, yeah, good. All right, let's get on to this Winatron, man. You made one?
So like, I got this arcade machine, and to note, right? Like, I was in my like late teens when I was doing this. It was very.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even think of it as like this aspirational cool thing. It just kind of happened. I don't know what compelled me, but yeah, I was like, okay, I know somebody with an arcade machine that's just sitting around, so I got it off him. So cool. I gutted it and started to turn it into an arcade machine. So I learned about what I needed to do.
Fun, man. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Was it expensive to get the cabinet from him, or are you just like...
I got it for free. It was none of it would have been possible without that. I know, it was amazing. Awesome. And so started to learn how to wire these things up. The guys in Winnipeg who I started to connect with, started to make some beautiful sort of banner art for me. And so up to this point, there'd been a Winatron in Winnipeg, a Winatron in the Netherlands. Oh, the stream is paused.
Oh, I'm sorry. It does that. It times out.
That's annoying.
So silly.
Maybe
I need to sign up for that Nitro. Go ahead.
That was in the Vlambeer office, right? So Vlambeer, creators of Lufthausers, Your Ridiculous Fishing, Nuclear Throne, right? They were the people who made the second Winatron. And then I made the third Winatron in Christchurch, New Zealand. It was like, I don't know how it just happened, but it happened. And so, wiring it all up, and then I got this kind of cool little intro that somebody made for me. So when you turn the arcade machine on, it was like, whoa, cool, Winatron. And so, like, this is it, right? Like, this is cool.
Oh, I bet that shot took a while to get.
Yeah, we took it out into the park. This is me looking really lame.
That's a really nice park. That looks like the Red Dead Redemption 2 part where they walk down to burn down that one mansion. Anyway. Sorry, that game's not indie enough for y'all. No.
Exactly. I've never played Red Dead. This is my cool friend who looks very cool standing in front of the Winatron.
That is a cool friend. Look at that jacket.
Yeah. And so this is where what I was saying before. This is really the first time where. Well, no, maybe not quite the first time, but like I got compelled to make this thing. I got involved in the community, and then I wanted to continue to build community around it. So I led a game jam in Christchurch here in New Zealand.
You led a game jam? That's so cool.
And again, a lot of my friends will know me as like a person that makes things happen.
Yes.
But this was kind of the first instance of that, where I was just calling people and like going to technology schools and just messaging anybody in the... Oh, I may be 19.
Oh my gosh, what a go-getter.
Yeah. So, like, messaging everybody in New Zealand that was involved in the games industry that I could find. And just being like, hey, what's happening in game dev in New Zealand? And, like, the industry has really grown here since then.
Yep.
And so I was like, yeah, let's do a game jam, get people together. And so...
You're the Peter really Jackson of games, starting an industry where...
It kind of... I don't know. It didn't really go anywhere after that. So the Winatron in Winnipeg was living in a game bar, like a bar that sells drinks, food, and they had this arcade machine. Cool. So it was really nice. It had a nice home, but I could never find a good home for the Winatron. And so it kind of died on the vine a little bit. And eventually I sold it to a local game developer. And I think they've gone ahead and just turned it into a main machine. Unsure.
There you go.
But my interest in community and games continued. And so after this, I got really interested in a board game.
Crab has a sad emoji. Yep.
Called Android Netrunner.
Okay.
Lots of very cool
card game, yeah.
Design people are into this. So Zach Gage, who has a game in season 1 of Playdate.
Yep.
You know, he's a huge fan of, or a very big fan of Netrunner.
Really?
And even made his own variant for him and his wife. And so
really?
I just kind of lucked into this, but after the fact, as I got very much into this game, it came out that a lot of very cool design thinking sort of people ended up later on getting a part of it. And so, yeah, that was awesome. And so naturally, I emailed everybody I could to find Netrunner players in New Zealand.
That's
a Facebook community, and kind of started that up.
You're a guy that makes things happen.
It really turned out that way. And so, I don't know, like, I ran like national
Oh,
events,
this is
and
great. This is
we
awesome.
streamed stuff, and it was just kind of a fun thing to kind of get amongst, right? That's debaters
Yeah.
in the chat. And so it was just a good time. And Netrunner is awesome. It's a really fun game to play. It's got a little bit of a barrier to entry at the beginning, but it's very thematic and has a great representation. It's just awesome. It's just like it was much like the Playdate community.
Yep.
It was a very kind and inclusive group of people that really welcomed people in. So what a great thing to be a part of.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, yeah. And so after, I'll talk about that later, actually.
Magus Rex, what's going on? Magus says Netrunner is the best.
Yeah. And so after building the community stuff in New Zealand for Netrunner, I then became a playtester and started to work on the game. And so,
really?
I don't know, that's just kind of things that have happened. I don't know, these things just tend to happen around me. I get excited, I get other people excited, and we make cool things happen. We made like an event across Australia and New Zealand where we designed our own cards, like that is inspired from like this comic book art.
Steven wants to know, is it still being worked on?
He's being facetious. He's working on it. He's
okay.
So, and so
what
lots of cool stuff happened. I'm dominating things, yeah. But that's so that was really cool. And then eventually, after 6 or 7 years of Netrunner, I kind of faded out a little bit of kind of running that. Had a bit of a dormant, quiet time, and that mostly brings us here to Playdate, which is that.
Hey!
I saw the Playdate get announced. I thought it was very cool.
Okay.
I didn't think I was ever going to be able to buy one, or at least not with the way things were happening right at that time in my life. So I didn't get in at the beginning. I didn't jump into the pre-order rush at the beginning. So originally was in group 4. Eventually, I did pre-order one.
Yeah.
I was like, that's fine. I was like, I'll just get it next year. I'm in New Zealand. Playdate Panic don't even ship to New Zealand. Yeah. So I had no great rush or expectation that it was going to arrive. And just started working on Comet, which has been really fun. And so.
And how did you make that decision? I mean, you just.
Which one's that?
How did you make the decision to start Comet?
It was pulp. It really was pulp. Like when
they released one of those videos that announced pulp, maybe.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, when they announced that pulp was going to be a thing, that's when I kind of had that tiny idea of like, I don't have a creative outlet at the moment. Maybe this would be fun, just as something to potter away on.
Right.
And when the pulp actually launched, that's when I really dove into the Playdate community on the Discord and the forum.
Yeah. And for those of you that don't know, those of you that are not in the Playdate Discord, you should, but Bubs is the one and only moderator of the Playdate Discord as well. There's a admin and then a moderator, and Bubs is the moderator. And Bubs is one of the first people that I talked to there as well. Anyway.
I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So when I first joined, I was getting involved in pulp stuff, and then I noticed the Playdate community had 2 wikis, but no one was really using them.
Yeah.
And so I went through the effort of talking to everybody and trying to bring everyone together to make a really cool wiki. And so all credit to Blue and I don't know how to pronounce his name, OZY, on making those and being really cooperative. But now we have a cool wiki, and then after that,
we do have a cool wiki. We have a great wiki.
Yeah, I made the pitch to say, hey, I've led community stuff in the past. Why don't I go ahead and lead? Become a moderator, because the admin at that time I think was quite busy, and so
yeah. Let's pull up our beautiful wiki. Yeah, so I remember when Bubs showed me, there's a Reddit post, Playdate wiki, where they simply just voted on like which wiki they wanted to keep, and I think one won just because it had the better domain name, which I found
better domain
funny.
And kind of a nicer looking sort of theme.
Yeah. But
yeah, I mean,
yeah, this is
I
a
don't wanna come in and tell
wonderful.
people what to do.
Yeah, this is a wonderful wiki. I love going through the community games and apps and the upcoming. It's always fun to go see all of these crazy games being developed. Speaking of, here's the next Whitewater Wipeout, basically. This
Yeah, we
is the
haven't heard about this in a while.
This is the Chuhai Labs, right? Giles, right? Or Giles?
I didn't realize he worked at True High Labs.
Oh, maybe I have the wrong. I thought that
No,
the CEO,
I bet you're right.
the CEO's names, I think, is Giles. Chuhai Labs, Giles. Let's see.
I had not put that together.
Yeah. He's the CEO. So this is what they're working on.
Okay, next game from them.
Yeah, season 2 maybe. We'll find out. And Ranbeard Atlantic 41 looks great. What would you like to talk about next, Bubs? I have hundreds of questions, but I know you'd also like to go through some games. Do you want to do that yet, or do you have something else you want to talk about first?
I want to quickly whip through kind of a little before and after some Comet stuff. So.
Oh, absolutely. I would love to do that. Are you going to share your screen? Yes, you are sharing your screen. I have. Let me go back and turn off my Firefox. Boom.
So, like, Comet is still a long ways off, right? Steph and I have big ideas. Yes. I just want to shout out some of the awesome sort of changes he's made to the game. And so hopefully I'll just work through this quickly. So this was the early versions of the sprites, and these are now the new sprites that Steph was able to make.
Look at that.
And just really kind of cleaned things up around the face and made it readable and made some really nice walk animations for me. I had an early portrait of what the main character Stella looks like. And I quite like the stark background.
We got a name. I'm putting it in chat. Stella it is. I like it.
And so Steph took that away and wanted to kind of change it a little bit.
This is very cool. This is so cool to see. So these are Steph's drawings?
These are Steph's drawings. He's really, really talented.
Very nice, Steph.
Quite like the question mark one here at the end. But ultimately we settled on what Stella looks like.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cool.
Oh, I hate this timeout thing. Sorry.
That's right. Oh, no.
I have Nitro, too. Why did they do this to me? Oh, this is so cool.
So Steph made different cool expressions. I quite like the one on the bottom left. Like the kind of like, oh, no, and the deadpans.
Totally.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oops.
Oh, no, what have I done?
Me?
That's me.
Oh, that was
That's
you.
me. I was trying to re-click on it. Here's a version of what the dialogue box looks like.
Yeah.
And then here's the new version. So you've got the cool portrait, and you've got the really nice sort of windows on the dialogue box. An old lantern and the new lantern. So that's really sweet.
What? You got to leave the old lantern in the game somehow as like an unlockable or something. Don't get rid of it completely. Yeah, you got to upgrade that lantern. Hold on, we got some things in the chat here. We got a lot of adorables. What a delight! Audible loves those. Very nice. All right, you can continue.
No, yeah, that's good. That's good. I forget the name of the guy from who made Bloom, but he was saying that he thinks the outline stuff looks really good.
And so Jake, this was kind of Jake, I believe.
Yeah. So this was my early version where I just have like really clean lines.
Oh wow, yeah. Look at those outlines. Look at those outlines.
And then Steph went ahead and was like, "That's not." He didn't say this, but he's like, "Let's make it look better, right? Let's kind of add a little bit of the kind of you can only just sort of see it in the darkness sort of effect."
Yep.
And so I quite like how he's kind of softened things up quite a bit.
Right.
Here's another example.
You guys start with what's the. So you start with outlines, and it's just like kind of mapping out the level. Can you explain why you're doing just the outlines to me?
So the idea being that every single tile has its daytime version, and then there's a nighttime version of it that we switch to.
Right.
And at least the rule in my head is that even though it's like dark, you can still sort of see the outline of the door. When you kind of walk around your house at night, you kind of get to see, you kind of roughly have an idea of what's there. And so that's kind of what I wanted to do, where you just kind of get to see a bit of the world, but not quite right. And then we can do stuff where there are paths that you can only see, on one light level or the other.
Right.
Or, there's lots of ways we can play with the light.
So cool.
So I just want to show a little GIF because all of the artwork, that's all stuff that Steph's been doing, and I just wanted to, I don't know.
Oh, I love seeing this. I love
dropping the lamp down and being able to walk outside of the light.
Oh yeah, so you can leave the lamp behind.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And so this is all within Pulp, right? Pulp is this tool that is only tile-based and is designed to really be quite accessible and simple. But some people, I've only just touched on it, but some other people are making some amazing stuff in Pulp. So it's really quite powerful. And so this was like a town square area that I tried to make interesting by putting stuff in. But again, Steph has really great imagination, and so he's kind of started to redesign and think about what some of these things might look like.
Oh, I love it.
And so, anyway, this is just a very rough sort of thing that he made.
Oh my gosh, that's
like an idea of like a little thing. So yeah, that is Comet, and that's the end.
Oh, I love that. Go back and play that Comet animation again. I want to see it one more time.
Okay.
You can't go so fast like that. Rambeard says, "Old lantern can be a paperweight on someone's desk." Ooh, what an Easter egg! That would be great. All right, you don't have to go back. It's okay.
No, I've got it.
All right, here we go. Yeah, show me that again.
I think it repeats. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice.
Goes on top of the T.
It's so nice. I'm a fan of it.
So that's Comet. We'll have heaps more to show maybe in 6 months' time.
Yeah.
At a current pace. But it's just kind of cool and fun to see stuff come along, and Steph's been doing some awesome work.
Beautiful. I'm a big fan so far. Very, very cool. I'm very excited for you and Steph and anyone else who helps out in the future.
Yeah.
So nice. So how often are you guys working on this? What is your work-life balance look like? I think we're all there.
It's not as good as what my wife would like it to be. She'd like there to be more life and less work.
Yeah. Well, that's a part of life, believe it or not. Managing those. Same here.
Managing stakeholders.
Yeah.
And so, thankfully, Steph and I are in different time zones. Yeah. And so we can... Only one person can load up a Pope game at once. So him and I are using external tools.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think about that.
Change logs and upload builds and that sort of stuff. But I don't know. I try to maybe have 2 dev sessions a week where I'm working on stuff. But inevitably, in between that, I'm brainstorming with other people on how to fix technical problems and just kind of being involved in stuff.
Yeah.
And then Steph, he kind of potters, as he sees, as he has time.
Yep. Nice. Cuber's here. Hey, Cuber. Nice. Do you want to go through some other games now? Do you want to?
Yeah. So we were just going to kind of originally your plan for the stream was just to talk about cool games that are coming up.
Yeah.
So why don't you take over and we can talk about some of the stuff in that list, and I'll pimp some cool Pulp games at the end since I'm the kind of Pulp representative here.
Yeah. When you say take over, do you want me to go down my 1,000 question list or talk about games I'm excited about as well?
Oh, if you have questions for me, shoot.
I do, but we still have we've got time. Let's save those for the end. I think what I was really interested in mostly because it came out of nowhere for me, and maybe you have seen it before, but Ron Lent released a game called what is it called? Island or
I was going to talk about that one.
And did that also come out of nowhere for you as well? I'm going to pull up Firefox.
Yeah.
Let's pull this up because it's another just amazing thing about this dev forum is that some people don't share everything they're doing. There are people out there working on games.
Link if you want it.
Dev forum Playdate. Here we go.
I just sent you the particular link for it.
Oh, you got it. Thank you. Oh wait, this isn't it, but I'll just search Ron Lent up here. This is not it. Oh, there's Ron Lent giving us some fonts.
I'm gonna look at the chat. Hey, Gav.
There it is. Boom.
Mark Unant, you just heard me rambling. a lot about my past and about Comet.
Let me get your face back on screen.
Oh,
How dare me do that to you? There you are.
there we go.
There are no
Let me,
spoilers here, Huber. Oh, God. What's the dog's name?
Her name is Boo. She's very good
Oh,
at just hanging out.
hello. What a cutie. Crab says puppy. So, Mara, have you played Island? So, Mara was gone about 10 minutes. You missed everything, Mara. You missed the cutest, the cutest Comet concept art, and also some animated concept art of the logo. But hey, it's okay. There's a video on demand you can check out later. Rambeard says, "Oh, I already like the look of Island." So, this came out April 12th. I'm not as active in the dev forum as Gov is. I don't know all the users. I do patrol it every once in a while, and I just love getting into developers and where they came from and what their interests are, obviously, which is why this show is here. But out of nowhere, somebody named Ron Lent just says, "Welcome to Island," and drops like a full game almost. And on top of this, it's, I believe, his first game he's ever made as well. Yeah. And knocks it out of the park, apparently, from the comments.
Like, some people will post like questions about how to do things or where do I start. But exactly, he just kind of out of nowhere just has such... It's so creative. I've not played this yet. I'm like
I've not yet.
To wait to play it on device.
I was going to play it to... See, there's a part of me that's just like, I don't want to touch anything until I have my Playdate, which is maybe next month. Yours is still in the mail, right, Bubs? Or...
So I didn't say this, but somebody granted me their Group 2 slot.
Right.
So I am now... Group 2, somewhere around here.
Group. Yeah.
If you scroll up a little bit, you'll see there's a Senpai Notice Me moment. Cable Sasser.
Oh, yeah. Look at this. Look at that. Cable is one of the co-founders of Panic, for those of you. Cable is a very, very awesome character. Seems like the nicest guy in the world, and also just happens to run the company. So that's always a good combination. Mara, I've played through Island on the Playdate. The developer is a professional artist, and God can you tell. The animation and dynamic effects are incredible. So yeah, I actually emailed him yesterday, which is way too soon. It's just like, what's your schedule? I gotta have you on the show. This is such a cool story. I probably scared him away. Usually I'm very timid and take it nice and slow, but I had openings, so I went for it. We'll see if he responds.
Trailer. If you scroll down.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's show the people.
Something that's not in this was a GIF that somebody posted on Discord where this is a beautiful rain scene. And it's like really does boggle my mind as to how he created it. And
is it
it's
in
not
here,
in here,
you think? Oh, okay. See if you can find it while I play this trailer. Maybe you can find that, and then I'll throw it up. Here we go. Is there any music? There is music. Let's start over. Ooh, so happy. Oh my gosh.
So I think this game changes perspective sometimes, like this, which is so cool.
My mind's exploding. Is this his first game?
I know. It's crazy.
Look at that. I love that.
It was Mara. Mara has the gift. She just sent it to
me. It's Mara.
Mara, do you want to send it to...
Look at this. This is insane. This is crazy. I was going to do this I was going to be doing this anyway. Let's show Ron Lent's website or Instagram. Well, let's go from the website. You can see why he's so talented. But still, making a video game is difficult. You can be an amazing artist and still make a shit video game. But let's hear. You'll get a real quick idea if I just show you his Instagram. Look at this. I mean,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, it goes on forever. In the mind of Ron Lent.
It's like you can see here just his ideas for worlds and shapes and perspectives. Like all of that comes through in Island.
Look, he's drawing at someone playing a video game. What more do you want? That is beautiful. I would frame that.
Yeah.
I want it. I want this. Look at this, man. This is insane. Let me turn some music back on. Loan me a leave. Leave me alone. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is incredible. And again, I mean, look what Pulp is bringing to the table. Or look who Pulp brings to the table, I guess you can say. I assume,
follow me on Twitter, guys.
Yeah, follow him on Twitter. Let's go back. There he is, @GovBubs. Ron Lent is not on Twitter. I couldn't stalk him that way. Did we get the GIF? I played through Island on the PD. The developers, we were talking about the animation dynamic effects are incredible. I'll send it. I sent you the rain on console gov. I sent it to you too. Oh, is it my Discord?
So Mara, here's an icon that looks like an eye.
Here I go. There it is. Is that your eyeball, Mara? Oh, here we go. This is going to be difficult. How can I get this? Can I open this in my browser so I don't have to go through? Oh, I can. Almost. I'll just open it. Just open it in my browser. It would be so much nicer. Okay, this is awesome, but it's going to take me forever to pull it up. So I'm not going to do it.
You want to bring up that wiki list again?
Let's go to the wiki. First off, I've lost Bubs. I've lost everyone. What did I do? What did I do? Bub screen. Oh, that's because I minimized Discord. Menu boss. Our first menu boss of the day, which is not that bad. That's pretty good. Oh, look at that. There's your beautiful cabinets over there. There we go.
That's me.
All right, let's go back to the wiki. That is the dev forum. You want to go to the wiki?
Yeah.
Where is the wiki? I had it up. I'm looking for the logo. I'll just search it. Wiki Playdate. Playdate Community Wiki. All right.
You talked about Atlantic 41. So that was another early game where I don't think he had...
Oh, yeah. This is... should we go to the dev forum for this game? Because...
I think he's got his own website as well, which you might link to on the itch link right there.
Okay.
But, I don't know about you, but, I was starved for Playdate content.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
In the early days.
Every day?
Yeah, here we go.
Oh.
So... He had quite a lot of developer blogs where he just talked about making this and talked about researching U-boats, which it's kind of cool to see some of those early pioneers out there kind of, really just documenting their Playdate work.
Let's see if cool. So Atlantic 41 is an upcoming World War II U-boat simulation for the Playdate console.
Yeah.
Already. Take command of a German submarine during the early years of the conflict and hunt convoys in the Atlantic and the Mediterranean. On the Playdate, make sure you know your boat inside and out. Take good care of your crew and try and survive the war as the Allies develop better weapons and detection systems against the U-boat peril. I mean, I would buy it just because of this water.
No.
Am I right?
And a U-boat, for those that don't know, is not a boat, it's a submarine.
Yeah.
So yes.
Brains is here. Netrunner lover? Nice. I absolutely loved Netrunner. Oh man. Brains, how did you catch back up with that? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Welcome, Brains. This just looks amazing. I saw on Twitter, where they were posting the Periscope art that they were working on.
I have not seen anything from this game for a long time.
Oh yeah, there was a recent update. Oh, look at this like Mac menu. Playdate folks will like this. Let's see if not Playdate, Panic will like this. Where did it go? I saw it in the GIF. This is crazy. I can't believe this is so awesome. Let me see if I can find, maybe it's in one of these.
In the most recent devlog at the very bottom.
Oh, the bottom.
He talks about trying to make the water effect, which looks amazing. It's so impressive.
The first devlog post or through the looking glass?
One, yeah, the through the looking glass.
Through the looking glass.
Just whip to the bottom.
I can't look at all of this research going into it. It's just insane. Oh yeah, I've seen this on Twitter. Wow, my first attempt at water. Pretty good. Look at that. Eat your heart out, Whitewater. Oh man, using Fantasia. Fantasia has great water. He's not happy with this. Like, come on.
It's really good.
They can do better. This is some Wind Waker water right here. I could just look at... here we go. Yeah, the Periscope. Man.
So, yeah.
This is insane. I'm just...
It was a great game.
I don't even know what to say. It's so nice. Rambeard said... Oh, I just said, meh. Brain says, GIF. Oh, no. I might have to unsubscribe. So, I was a GIF person, if that helps. But once the big campaign went out on the internet and people started changing their minds on how to say it, I got converted because I felt like I was saying it wrong. Don't unsubscribe, please. So where were we? I got distracted.
Yeah, the next game on the list in the...
Let's do it.
Forum there is Daily Driver.
Yes.
This is like the other big kind of early Playdate game that I was following.
So, spoiler alert, I have Matt, I believe is his name, scheduled 2 weeks from now, maybe? 2 weeks from now?
That's awesome.
So, we will be talking Daily Driver when he is on the show. Let's see if the trailer's on here. The trailer's probably not on here.
Just go through those GIFs.
The trailer is a bunch of GIFs, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
I mean...
And so what was quite cool in watching his development of this, which I think was mostly on Twitter, is he's talked about his different iterations where, he realized he could make different interpolated frames of different vehicles. And so, you can somewhere, hopefully he'll bring it up for his video or for his interview, but he has like a version of spinning around and this is what it looks like with 16 frames. This is what it looks like with 64 frames.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so just like, it's really smooth.
Right. Yeah, it's insane the amount of detail he's putting into this. I feel like this could be like the first Playdate game that we get where we're obsessed with unlocking everything, Yeah. I hope it works that way because this looks really fun. So much fun. And I just love the amount of... I mean, he's really going into detail. And the amount... I think he's going to pull up the game modes here in a second. Where is it? It's coming up. I mean, it looks like he's got freaking every type of mini game. Bowling. Real physics. Arcade. Daily challenges. Leaderboard. High frame rate. And fun.
Frame rate. There you go.
He has fun in it too, which I'm really excited about.
We're trying to put some fun in Comet, but it's just not there yet.
Good. Yeah, I hope there's some fun in it. But even if there's no fun, I could just stand on the dock with the bird, as long as you bring the bird back and forth.
Fun's an important feature.
I'll be good. Keever says the Great War on if you're a GIF or GIF person. I know the inventor says it's GIF, but even he is wrong. I agree.
I don't think there was a Zamboni.
I think that's why I converted after the inventor. Well, after I found out the inventor cleared it. Did you say you saw a Zamboni?
Oh, somebody in the chat asked, was there a Zamboni? And I don't think there was.
I missed that. I don't see the Zamboni. Oh, you know what? I think, my OBS chat just decided to stop working. But I can actually see it on the stream. That's so weird.
Yeah,
that
it's working on the stream.
I can see it on the stream in my own window, but not in the actual chat window I have next to me. My philosophy is to just hope the fun shows up at some point in development. Well, Jake, you sure got that to work, so congratulations.
He's the Bloom dev?
Yes. From Blue. Oh, by the way, Narthex, if you're still in the chat, we found, so after we interviewed the Bloom devs on episode 1, we found out that we're all from pretty much the same state and same small town, or at least I went to school. Yeah, they are in Bloomington, Indiana, which is where I spent a lot of my time in college, and it's just one of the most beautiful places to me. Brains finished Bloom yesterday. That's awesome. Anyway, sorry, I went on a tangent. Let's keep it going, shall we?
Yeah, let's keep moving.
That bicycle game, I saw that they are posting a lot more now, which is next. Nope, it's not next on the list, but where was it? This one, Grand Tour Legends. I saw on Twitter or maybe in the dev forum that they've posted recently. I
need to be following more people on Twitter because
I'm obsessed with Twitter now. I think that's my biggest way to get outreach. I mean, I don't know any other way to connect with Playdate people besides the dev forum. But the dev forum doesn't have people that, aren't devs. Let me go to Twitter because it doesn't look like they've updated this.
How did you find his Twitter?
I stalked everyone in the beginning and tried to find them. Let me see if I can.
Massive stalker.
Let me see if. Let's go to Twitter. By the way, hope this isn't boring to anyone, but this is my favorite part: is just stalking people and seeing what they're up to.
Well, this is what the entire stream was going to be, just hanging out. And
this is my favorite part. What did Pajama say? I can't stick around tonight. Oh, it's all good. Thank you, Pajama. Thanks for being here. Dr. See Your Face says that was one of the best butt animations I've ever seen. Well, Doc, just you wait because we're on the hunt for more butt animations. How did I find them? Or maybe it was. It's not gonna. Because you pay attention to all the threads in the Discord, right, Bubs?
That's where I'm kind of.
I had to have seen it on Twitch. I saw an update.
I think I've got it.
What's the game called? Grand Tour Legends.
I think
Playdate?
This is the studio.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I just sent you the
okay.
Twitter and Discord.
Discord. You're gonna disappear for a second.
That's good. I'm gonna put the dog outside.
Do it. All right, here we go. Let me fix the. There's Bub's empty chair, everybody. Oh, dang it! We almost got to show your empty chair. Okay. Why is this not loading? All right, here we go. Yeah, here we go. March 7th. Wait, I still feel like I saw. Maybe it's inside here.
I mean, this is the studio.
Oh, you know what? Maybe they posted here. Let's go to their tweets, not their main tweets, but their replies, because I thought they were updating a thread and showing some new work. Maybe I'm wrong.
Follow these guys.
Hop on a bike and start cranking. I mean, how great is this gonna be?
I know.
Especially that you get to look at that luscious rump the whole time.
So I imagine, right, this is kind of a endurance sort of thing. That's what kind of long distance biking is. So you're probably cranking, trying to maintain a regular pace without wearing yourself out physically and in game. And then you get that final sprint at the end.
Yes. What I saw was like a recent update talking about like how they've been improving with the crank and showing off sprites in 3D.
Oh, man.
Like they were showing side views of it. Oh, man.
What? It must be an individual, not the kind of studio account.
Maybe. Where?
Maybe someone
here we go. Here we
go.
Yeah, let's. Because I'm not even following their studio. Maybe I'm following the person.
One of these guys.
Gotta follow all these people. Should we just tweet them and say we're talking about you? Get in here. We want to know about your Playdate game, Iran. Hop on that bike and start cranking. All right, let's try the other one. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe I'm simply just. Oh, it is. Maybe I'm just dreaming about it. Anyway, searching just Grand Tour Legends. Holy crap! Is that a completely unremarkable chair? That's a great comment about your chair.
It's actually a brand new chair. I got it this week.
Dr. Seal Your Face says they work at Hornet, a motion design studio. Oh, Doc, that's cool. Doc works at a motion design studio. Hello, Hornet. Are they in, where are they? Where's Hornet based, Doc? Award-winning content studio. Oh, that's awesome. Maybe that's why their game looks so good. Oh, they're in Brooklyn. That's great. Here, you know what? I'm gonna tweet them right now and tell them to get in here. You never know. Sometimes it works. And wouldn't that be amazing?
Maybe I'll talk about another game that I'm interested in while you do that.
Yeah, why don't you pull up your browser? This is awesome. Look, we can be like double hosts now. Bub screen. I'm giving you control of the stream.
Oh, you're gonna have to click on it though.
Yes. I like this. Do you want to be a co-host?
Yeah, man. So, the developer of
I'm gonna work on getting Grand Legends in here while you.
The developer of Sketch Share Solve, which is a cross game, which I'm excited to play. I don't understand at this stage how the sharing works. I've seen people on Discord talk about sharing their puzzles or making puzzles. But I tried to reach out. I want to try and reach out to the developer of this so I can hopefully, as I want to do, put a bit of community effort into putting everybody in one place so we can have all these puzzles in the same place. But they are making another game called Down the Oberletti. How would you pronounce that? Is that right?
Wait, I didn't know about this.
Yeah, so this is a pretty early game on the dev forums as well. I think.
Okay.
I haven't seen anything about it recently. I don't know what their Twitter is, but it's kind of a tower defense game that has a similar light mechanic to Comet. And I just love tower defense games. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
But it's nothing quite like having like a left brain listening to a podcast and a right brain just fiddling away at a tower defense game.
Right.
Where you don't have to read anything.
Right.
So I'm quite interested to see how this goes.
All right, I've tweeted both of them. We'll see
nice.
What happens.
Did you send them a link to the stream?
Yes, I did. I'm so angry that I can't find that. I want to know if I'm like imagining what I saw.
This wasn't the post squirrel. He's talking about something that was later or different to this. So hopefully they'll jump in here.
Squirrel Boy says their Twitter is you got up. Diva's running. Got to bounce. Work on some net runs. See ya. Thanks for being here. Really appreciate it.
What else on this list has stood out from you?
Let me pull up that list. Going back to the list. I keep losing the wiki because I keep going.
I will bring up the next one then. Pulp Frog? It's like Pull Frog, not Pulp Frog.
Oh wait, I thought Pull Frog. I had always imagined that Pull Frog was a part of season 1, but it's not, is it?
No.
It looks so gorgeous. Is it already on another system? Is it a port?
So there is a Pico 8 version of it.
Okay.
Also, New Zealanders need to do this thing where if other famous New Zealanders do something, you kind of want to talk about them. So the creator of Pico 8 is also a New Zealander, which is a nice little claim to fame. Yeah, so this is the Pico 8 version, and they've been making the second version for Playdate, and it just looks awesome. I love the movement. I love kind of the mix of puzzles and platforming, but not in your traditional puzzle platformer sort of way. They look great.
Yeah.
So looking at this, there was a lot of work they did early on. You see heaps of different posts here talking about different stuff.
Wow. Cuber, what do you think about this game, by the way, as a Tetris fan? Since Cuber in the chat made Playtris.
Yeah. And so they have recently put out. They kind of paused development, from what I could tell, but are back into it. So
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if this was a season 2 or something. I don't know.
Man.
At this stage, we don't have a good sense of who's secretly working on season 2 stuff.
What season 2 games do we know about, Bubs? I know of 2 that I can almost.
Do you?
I mean, they have to be the Sweet Baby Inc. games that are being made, which I should have added to the wiki. I'm such a jerk for not doing that yet. Recommendation Dog and Real Steel. They've got to be. Because
you think so?
I think so. Because
they've got a bit more of a formal relationship with Panic at the moment.
They straight up announced in that video that they are forming a relationship where they're going to be bringing games to Playdate. So I imagine those will go straight to the seasons, which is fine. I mean, we're going to need a couple factories cranking out games, you know? Hey, I said cranking out. I didn't even mean to. Crab says, what was that one game that had a crowdfunding and might have mentioned a Playdate port? Ooh, good question.
It's in here. I'll talk about that now. But you showed this game, but you didn't show the GIF of it. So yes. This is game.
Another spoiler, I'm trying to get Giles and Mark Lentz on the show. Unfortunately, Mark got COVID, so we had to cancel. But the Chuhai Labs should be on the show sometime soon. So we'll see more about that coming up soon, I hope. I'm excited.
So Crab, this is the game that Crab was talking about.
Okay, Tapeworm. Where did you all find out about this?
People were talking about it on Discord, I think. Is this going to play or is this blocked? Yeah, we'll just do these GIFs. So, one of their stretch goals, which I believe was met, was to have a Playdate. What of this? But yeah, kind of puzzle game where you can retract this worm. Digital edition, physical, Dreamcast edition.
Dreamcast edition. Oh man, I have so many good memories from Dreamcast.
Come on, where are we?
Can we just port all the VMU games to Pulp as well?
Yeah, there we go. I believe the Playdate version was met, so that was another game.
I'm opening up the wiki.
Yeah. Do you have something you want to talk about?
Not yet. I'm getting there though. There was. What else do I want to play? What about Curry Rock? They have a lighthouse. You have a lighthouse. Could there be
Curry Rock?
Can we have some sort of Playdate universe form? You know, one cool thing that the Casual Birder show mentioned is he was working alongside with another developer where they were going to have 2 games that had the same characters in the game, where the Casual Birder guy would go in a coffee shop.
I heard that.
That coffee shop would also have its own game. So it's cool that it would be the first cinematic Playdate universe or something, you know?
So
go ahead.
Drew Lowe, who was making the Mobware mini games, I don't know if that's in here. He helped me make up the lighting system. And so I did say to him, I said maybe we should be an MGS2 demo in Zone of Enders. I was like, we should have I'll make a demo. You can have the first area of Comet and put it into your game.
Yeah.
But,
I love it.
He's got bigger dreams for, for Mobware than that.
Once both of you are closer to finishing, let's see if we can't get an extra month where you guys just connected somehow, some way. That'd be nice.
But this here is actually made by your friend and mine, Nevin.
Really?
I don't know if his aspirations for, what's going to happen for this. But yes, he's got a lighthouse, and this is his game.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I've had that. I've had that GIF in my folder. I don't know why, but I have a bunch of just Playdate assets that I use. I had no idea it was Nevin. Are there other games that so when they showed off catalog, one of Nevin's games was in in that picture as a placeholder. Remember when I think it
Heidi
might actually be on
Spot?
Playdate. I'm going to Playdate's website.
I've got it here. So he has a game called Heidi Spot.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's it.
When you see the thumbnail for ever sharing a link to Pulp, it's a thumbnail from this. And so you can play this game, and this game was quite an inspiration to me as well.
Okay.
Because he says it's about 80% finished. But you can interact with so many parts of this, and he has a lot of very cool ideas of kind of looping the world together. Right. So yeah, this game is really fun. I recommend everyone play it, even the demo, but I suspect it'll be finished as a part of the catalog.
Man, we need our playdates. Sorry.
For Curry Rock, he says, not much to report, haven't really touched it in a while, been busy with Playdate in general, I guess.
Yeah.
On top of it, I've run into structural issues and gnarly bugs with the code. It's going to be tricky to untangle, aka he may not get to it in time.
Yeah. How many games are in development by Nevin? Just that?
As far as I know, probably just this, and I believe so for a long time, my impression was that Heidi Hole was done, or Heidi Spot was done. Yeah. And he kept talking about his pulp game. And I thought it was something else. And it might be, but it could be this. Could be Heidi Spot.
Well, I wonder, here's some nice speculation. I wonder if he's going to finish it since it showed up in that catalog tease.
Yeah.
It's in the video where they mention catalog. It's like right there.
I mean, that could just easily be he's the designer for what that looks like.
Yeah.
And he made his game.
He is the designer of that website as well. Yeah. Hey, we have a first-time chat from Walkabilly. There is also Nevin's I Was Dead, but oh yeah. That was true.
That was like a game jam game.
Yeah. See, that's another thing that I want to do is just go through all the game jams, go through all of that stuff, but actually I guess that'd be kind of good to play on Simulator because pretty much everybody was playing those on Simulator at the time. I Was Dead But is a great game. I love the art in that.
Which one?
And I Was Dead.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, going back to the wiki.
I bet you've seen this on Twitter. This has some really,
yes.
I think this is doing some beautiful stuff.
Of course.
Really like, I don't know what you'd call it, but kind of the cross-hatching and the kind of, what you could imagine being like pastel colors. I think this looks really good.
Yeah. Is that another frog? Yep, there's another frog. Yeah, go down the third GIF. It's a frog.
Yeah, it's a frog in that pond. Yeah, you're right.
Just like the Tetris game.
Shared universe, man.
Boom. Shared universe. There we go. Yeah, I love golf games. I wonder if they have any updates. Oh yeah, I remember this account. Taylor Anderson.
Oh, he did music for Grindstone. Interesting.
I'm going to pull up my list of games. I keep forgetting I actually have a Google Doc where I actually prepare for the show beforehand and write down questions and things that I want to talk about, and I just completely forgot that it existed. Anyone in chat have anything that they are excited about? Games that they want more than anything? Voyage, oh, so great. I love how
you talked about Voyage.
We talked about that a couple shows ago.
Well, in one of your like kind of in between shows.
Yeah.
And so this was again an early before the SDK was out. He was kind of developing assets and models and that sort of stuff for this game. And was one of those early people you got to kind of see some of this work in progress stuff.
Right.
But yes, I haven't seen anything from this in a while. So you have to wonder, all these games that have gone quiet.
Yeah.
When are they going to show up?
Yeah, I hope everyone's just like furiously working on them. Do you want to switch over to some recent released games to talk about?
Okay.
Mara, who has a Playdate and who has maybe played some of these. What about Astronaut? I remember that came out, and I remember reading a lot about. Here, I'll switch over to my. Unless you want to. Unless you have
take the reins.
I'll take the reins.
So Astronaut is Mara's game.
Oh yeah, So here's the problem with Mara. Mara, I know the icon of
She's changed her name and icon a few times.
I know Sea Creek, and when I see Sea Creek, I think Astronaut. And I've been wanting to talk about Astronaut for so long. I did not put 2 and 2 together that Mara was Sea Creek. I'm so sorry, Mara. Here goes me bringing all my memories with Mara and putting them into my memories with Sea Creek. You are now one. I'm so happy. Let's talk about Astronaut. Have you been able to play it? I have not been able to play it because, again, I don't want to play anything. But I've been reading so much nice stuff about how much work was put into it, and that just excites me. Mara, how are you happy with your release, Mara? Are you squashing bugs at all? Tell us in the chat how it's been ever since your release. And I'm going to pull that up and show it off for a bit. Give me a second. Firefox. Let's go. Oh yeah, man. I'm so excited for this. How to run a Playdate game on computer. And we got install instructions. Is there a trailer? I feel like I saw a trailer once.
There's one there, yeah. Just obviously install instructions. Maybe not. I know Mara put an update out for this today, actually, a few hours ago, to make it a little more responsive.
Let's see. I'm going to now stalk the YouTube. Now you're all over the screen, Mara. How to run a play, cranking on the Playdate. Ooh, this all looks fun. Oh, now I want to watch all your videos. Nothing but nature, forest, and river. Oh man, do we got another birder in chat? I think we do. Oh my gosh, this is great. Yes, we got some birding action going on here. What's Mara saying? Oh, this means a lot. Yeah, I was super surprised by the attention and downloads. I'm over 300 down. Hell yeah. That's great. Man, we should have shown Diego this, Mara. Do you have a trailer, Mara? I feel like, where did I see... I felt like I watched a video of Astronaut at one point.
Hi, I'm Mara Fultz, the creator of Astronaut. If you're here, that means...
Maybe not. But anyway, I really feel like I saw a lot of art about this. Let's see. View all my Sea Creek.
You see as wow. Yeah, my YouTube channel, lol. I think the red is the color of love. I think that's looks really cool, Mara.
Ooh. Oh man. We're gonna have to have Mara on the show sometime too. Let me know if you have a trailer or more stuff for me to show off, Mara. In the meantime, there's another game that just came out. Let's go. Let's see what's topping the itch charts right now.
Yeah, while you're here and while we have Cuba, let's get a Playtress update. So I think for those that aren't following, within the side load thread, channel on Discord, there is a Playtress thread where Cuba is working on new stuff for Playtress, and somebody else in parallel has been kind of forking the code and adding a lot of cool features and stuff like that.
Oh, for real?
And so,
I didn't know that. I just thought I saw. Only thing I knew about was the music update.
Yes, so I'll see if I can find some good gifts.
I need to get into the threads more on Discord. Apparently, I guess I'm missing out. That's what I hate about threads. I don't even know that they're there. Half the time.
I'm trying to pin group comments that have a lot of threads, so you can kind of find them. But yes, it totally does happen.
Yeah.
Playtress.
Mara says there's no trailer, but I'm constantly on the Discord, so there's a lot of stuff there. Yeah. Triple did the Astronaut music as well. Oh, wow. Triple's everywhere. I guess I should have...
Yeah.
I feel bad that I didn't know who Triple was earlier. But now I do.
Triple is working on his own game, so I don't think he's done any music for people in a wee while.
What is he working on?
He's working on cool kind of platformer. Triple, are you still in the chat?
No, Triple left a while ago. Oh, look! There's some new stuff here. I do not know what Bird and Beans is.
Pause. Cuba. What's happening? What's happening with Playtress?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm so ADD. We just found out that the lag might have been because of the immense amount of drawing calls.
Okay. There we go. But I'm gonna keep scrolling through this Playtress chat. But the other person working on Playtress at the moment, I think MUN Moon.
I'm gonna go into this
her
chat.
Name. And she's quite inspired by other Tetris games and Tetris Effect, and is looking to add different modes.
Is this in the developer channel?
Yes.
Playtress.
So let me copy this link, and I can send it to you.
There are no threads. What the hell?
I could bring it up if you want.
Yeah. You want to share your screen?
Yeah, okay.
Look at this dual hosting. This is fantastic. PD, I'm really sad the cyclist people did not come in.
Cool, were you seeing this?
I see it.
It probably won't play as well as it would on your end.
Hold on a second.
But psychedelic backgrounds.
Oh, one second. And I hear myself. I don't know why I hear myself.
That's never good.
I think it's through you somehow.
Yes, and so originally when they showed this GIF of just like kind of some subtle background stuff going on, and then later on they showed this GIF, and it was like, oh my goodness, it's too much.
Whoa.
And I came back after a while. I was like, actually, I dig this. I can mess with this. And so if we go up at the beginning, there was a lot more sort of GIFs and things where they were testing out like different sizes for the well. Here we go.
Oh, that's cool.
So, so it's different art. They're going to add different rotation systems. So if you're like a nut about Tetris, there are different ways that different games handle the conditions in which they rotate against walls and around other tiles. And so, yeah, that sort of stuff is what Mun, I believe, is mostly adding in. Is that right, Cuba? I complained that there wasn't enough GIFs.
Do you have Twitch running? Because I can hear myself through.
I can't hear Twitch. I don't think I've got the chat open, but I don't have the.
For some reason, I just started hearing my voice when you started screen sharing. I don't know why.
Okay, well, you take over.
It stopped.
I'll investigate.
It stopped.
Well, I stopped sharing.
Oh, okay. Let's go back to Bubs mode. Boop. Boop. Ta-da!
Bubs mode.
Cuber, anything else you want to talk about with Playtress? What is next? What else do you want to get done in Playtress? What are you working on the most?
When do we merge?
Yeah. When do we merge what? What are we merging?
Oh, so there's Playtress's build, and then there is Moon's build. And so they're kind of going off a little bit, but eventually they should be coming back. Lots of people in the community were quite concerned. Like,
you are the king of getting people to merge, too, by the way.
That's not me. The community itself had the feeling of pushing back and be like, hey, we don't want 6 different versions of Tetris that have different features. Let's all work together, and everyone is working together. There was no problem.
If they drop the ball, I'm sending you in because you're the man for the job. Merge conflicts incoming. Jake, by the way, how's it going with all of you? Any updates post Bloom launch? Now that we're like 4 or 5 weeks, it's real nice to see people finally getting their playdates, huh? And loading. I like seeing people pour into your Discord. It shows that playdates are really being delivered, and people are really finding Bloom. And they also started a nice thread of pictures of people having Bloom on their playdate, which is cool. The reception to Bloom has blown me away. That's great. It's so great to hear.
That is really awesome. I was a bit worried before launch because, Bloom was coming out, and I was like, wow, they're really putting out a appropriately priced game on this console before all of the panic stuff. And it's been really great to see people back Bloom and to have Bloom be amazing. Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm so glad the reception is great as well. I mean, I think everything here's okay. Back to interviewing you, Bubs. Personally, I think everything with the Playdate launch is going pretty swimmingly. Obviously, we can talk about shipping as much as we want. There are people with errors and having some hardware issues. Hopefully, that is not, as everybody talks about, that is not the majority speaking. But besides all of that, how are you feeling about the Playdate launch? How are you feeling about the community in general? Just seeing this itch page, the fact that I see a new game that I've never seen here before, and games are pouring out of the woodwork, I feel like. How do you feel post-launch?
Yeah, I imagine you're a bit like me, where the SDK was announced and those extra areas of the forum opened up. I was just like, I just want to eat everything. I just want to see everything everyone's working on. And I think what I discovered was actually not as many people had the SDK as I thought, and there wasn't actually that much hot stuff going on in secret. Or at least not that we've seen in that forum. And so it's been encouraging since the Playdate has come out to continue to see people release stuff.
Right.
So yeah, that's been really cool.
Yeah, especially
Long may it continue.
The stuff that we've never seen on Twitter, we've never seen in forums, stuff like that. So that's great. Where do you hope we are, and once Group 5 has their Playdates in hand, where do you think we're going to be?
Yeah, I was thinking about this yesterday. I'm wondering when Panic might do a Season 2, right? Because hardware delays and shipping, it's going to continue for a long time, and I don't think supply will meet demand for quite a while.
Right.
And so they have this dream of having everybody having the shared experience that you and I will hopefully be a part of.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm excited for new seasons. I'm excited for the official store.
The catalog, you mean?
Catalog.
Yeah.
That's the one.
The curated experience.
That's the one.
Yeah. Itch will still be going strong. Apparently.
But I'm quite keen. People are making Bloom. Obviously, had quite a few people working on it. As a group. And I'm quite keen to see if more of that bubbles up. Obviously you've got Panic funding some development.
Yep.
But from other people that are working on things that are a bit longer, right? Seeing maybe when an RPG comes out that has a lot of mechanical sort of complexity.
Yeah, that's going to be nice.
Roguelikes seem like a really great option.
Yep. I love the nice mix between like party games and full experiential games, like casual birder type games.
Yes.
I'm really liking that. I really like the fact that the Playdate has a good cross between those. And
I'm quite keen to see, like, there's a platformer in Season 1, and there's somebody else, the creator of the Yahtzee games and the if you scroll down, he is making a platformer now as well that looks really awesome. And I think it does look great, but
what game are we talking about? What game are we talking about?
Yes, I'm mumbling. So the creator of some of the Yahtzee games, Yahtzee and another game in here. On the store,
Yoshimi.
Yoshimi, that's right.
Yeah.
He is making, I think
I saw that platformer.
He is making, they at least are making another game, which is a really beautiful looking platformer.
Right.
And so I think one category of game that I haven't seen, or one sort of experience on Playdate that I haven't really seen, is like some quite high frame rate, sort of fast response time sort of action sort of stuff.
Right.
And so seeing something along the lines of maybe like a Meat Boy, or I know P Racing, right, is a very high frame rate game.
Right.
So seeing something that's a little bit more, fast, quick,
Yeah, I would love to see more of that. 100%. Those are my favorite kind of games. Oh man, we have two very revealing pieces of chat in the chat right now. Mara says, "I'm developing a narrative fishing game right now." Oh yes, please. And then
Mara, is that an SDK or pulp?
Ooh, good question. Great question.
Yes.
And then Squirrel Boy Jake says a long RPG is definitely in the works. Puts on the shades. Care to expand on that a little bit? Because I don't remember hearing anything about that in our last chat. Squirrel Boy. Pulp, Mara says.
Hey, I realize we're over 2 hours now.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes left, and I want to ask you. I'll have one question, then I'll let you also say anything you'd like to say before we have to go. What do you think's going to happen at the end of season 1? What do you think Panic's going to say at the end of season 1? Do you think they will? I love some good speculation. Do you think they'll announce season 2? Do you think, oh, hey, that's a good time to release the stereo doc? Or do you think they're not even going to touch that until Group 5 gets all their play dates? That's probably. I
imagine there's kind of 2 timelines. There's the hardware timeline, which is that once things have really stabilized and maybe most of this year's play dates have gone out, I would imagine then they would start talking about or making the doc available. But then for software, I asked when Nevin was still around.
Yeah.
And just as the SDK was coming out, it was on that day, I think. I was like, hey, I wonder if there's going to be any... I was like, Nevin, is there any surprises? Is there any surprises that are going to come out?
Oh, yeah.
He's like, you can't ask if there's going to be a surprise, because there won't be a surprise anymore, will it? But something in the way he said it gave me the impression that maybe as a part of season 1, since they weren't able to do the full everybody gets to secret at the same time, I'm wondering if there might be a little secret something happening later. That's
somebody kept analyzing that, like the 24 games plus a few surprises, or were the extra added games the surprises? There was a lot of analysis in the Discord about that and the specifics of it. Squirrel Boy says my lips are sealed. Awesome. That's good enough for me. Please keep working on that. Squirrel Boy, just remember, if you guys want to get that game done quickly, do a game jam to get it started, because that's the only way to get RNG party games to finish a game. Cuber says season 2 is open and everyone can make a game for it, quote unquote. Where did you get that from? And that's awesome. I'm glad that anybody can make a game for it. I wonder how old that quote is. Also worth mentioning, the list of games on the website isn't 24. It says 24 and only has 21 thumbnails. I'm excited. Okay, that puts everything into perspective, doesn't it?
Yeah. So who knows about the secrets? But I would imagine that once season 1 is out the door, that's when they would then have the catalog in place for people to continue absorbing some stuff.
Right. Oh, man. I'm excited. Well, anything else you want to say, Bubs? We got 2 minutes left. Go for it.
As the Pulp representative here, I think there's just a couple of other really awesome Pulp games I wanted to sing out so that people have them on their radar.
Do you want me to switch over?
I'll...
And just a reminder, I will have to go very closely to 6. I can go a little over, but
I'll be quick. So
no worries. It's all good. I'm with you. I would like to stay as long as I can, but give me a second. Let me get the right. There we go. All right.
So you guys have seen Visual Others game Moonward?
Yes, I've been talking to them. I'm excited to I've been pushing to get them on the show, but they're not ready yet either. But excited. So
I got to play an early build of this, and he's doing some really, really impressive stuff. I don't really know how some of it he's doing within Pulp. And so I encourage everyone to keep an eye out for this. That's really cool. There's this game called Conquest of Halos. And again, probably the most technically complex game in terms of there's an AI and you're managing all these different variables to have a system. Like, it's quite a systems heavy game. It's one of the more systems heavy games I've seen in Pulp, which is really cool.
Right.
One of my early companions in Pulp development was Talon. I believe he was open to teaching me some development stuff at the beginning. He was really awesome, and he's got this cool game which is a remake of an earlier game of his. where you're walking through an office building and you're trying to learn. Oh no! Oh yeah, that works. Yeah, you're trying to figure out where you can go to the bathroom, and so that is really fun.
What is this called again?
Bathroom break.
Bathroom break. Wait, I didn't know about this game.
Yeah, man, gotta check out those threads. And so
I need to get in on those threads.
These different toilets, I think they have things that are wrong with them, and so you're on this quest and I thought it's also like it's this cool side-scrolling game, and he's done a lot of little bespoke pieces of work like this where you see these scenes, and maybe you go to a touchpad and you see all the buttons come up. And
this
so
this is Talon's game?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm like talking to Talon like every day, and I don't even know that he has this game happening. I think it's because we're just talking about the podcast too much.
Yeah, so
I feel like a big idiot.
We need a campaign for Talon to make toilet seats kind of crankable, so that you enter a stall and toilet is closed, and you have to crank to open the toilet seat. I think that's what we need.
So great. I love that.
Yeah, so those are some pretty awesome pulp games. But the last thing I wanted to really talk about was just last night. His name is... Crap, I don't have it on me here.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
Unbelievable Flavor. He posted it in the news chat on Discord.
I know that name.
But he's made an extension to extend the abilities of pulp.
Yes, I saw this today. This is crazy. Is a browser extension, correct?
That's right. And so there's lots of little features, quality of life stuff that hasn't come into pulp yet. And so you see some of them here. So if you have a big screen, you can have your thousands or hundreds of tiles on the right. And you can be at the bottom of those, but still be at the top of the screen for editing the room. There's the option down here to open the script in a bigger window, which is nice.
Nice.
There's lots of little things, like the search box is bigger, custom themes, things like that, screenshot button. So this is really cool. For anyone that's developing in pulp, I recommend you take a look at that. So yeah, that's all. That's me.
That's wonderful. I love it. Well, Bubs, I wish we could... Oh, wait. I gotta switch back over.
I know. Well, how about this? How about when we sign off, let's go to our lantern screen.
Yeah, let's do it. Boom! Here we are! Oh, man. Nice. Thank you so much for being on the show, Bubs. And also, thank you for being an amazing co-host today. We might be on to something. That was really fun to go through your story, but also see more of Comet. Even though you gave me that build, I'm hesitant to even go past a couple maps because I want it on my Playdate. I want it, I want to experience it correctly. But thank you for putting the work into that presentation and showing us that awesome concept art. I'm so happy to get to know you better and learn more about your story with Netrunner and the Winatron 1000. So much fun. I had so much fun. I can't wait to rewatch the show because I'm a nerd and I will do that. And thank you everybody in chat. Steph, thank you. The other developer working on Comet, thank you for being here. Narthex, Cuber, Crab, Mara, where's Squirrel Boy? Squirrel Boy's in there somewhere. Rambeard, thank you everybody for being here. If anybody has someone they want us to raid, you can throw it in the chat. If you can do it within a minute, I'll do it because I just checked. Nobody's streaming Playdate. None of my friends are streaming right now. So if you have somebody that's relatively in the Playdate region, like Game Boy or I don't know, anything, feel free to throw it in there, or I'm just gonna end. Magus, by the way, thank you for subscribing. I saw that you subscribed while we were offline, which is amazing. Rambeard, thank you also for subscribing and showing off those new emotes. Thank you, everybody. I love this show. Bubs, thank you for being on the show. I love talking Playdate. Let's continue to do it all together and make it through until we get our Playdate. And when we do, we'll keep it up. So thank you, everybody. Cuber, yes, we'll talk. Just let me know when you're ready. All right, I got to go, y'all. I got to go start dinner for my family, and I love you all. Thank you again, Bubs. Yes, Bubs, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to say that the big takeaway today is I wanted to say that Steph is doing some amazing work. He's an awesome artist and is really helping turn Comet into something awesome. And I know Triple's not around anymore, but man, that music. I fell in love with it, and he really captured the vibe. So those guys are great.
Yeah, I need to dig into Triple. I don't know enough. And I need to get in all those threads. All right, I got to go. I could keep talking forever. Good night, everybody. We'll just raid. I think my friend Garbage Party is just for fun. Everybody tell him, even though his birthday party was 2 weeks ago, just tell him happy birthday again, just for fun. Have a good night, everybody. Thanks again for being here. Please tell everybody about the show. Let's keep having friends in here. Let's make more friends. Bye, everybody. All right, and I'm going to click stop stream.